I'm Curtis Freeman. This is Metalworks Institute Bass Tips. We're going to go over some practice techniques now. And before you click your computer to the next tip because you don't want to practice, this is all about streamlining your practice and having practice with purpose. A couple things we want to go over. Make sure you're practicing a couple things at once, not to have your brain explode, but just to get some good things out of the way. We usually want to practice when we're comfortable. So here I'm going to show you to practice the same height you're going to play. Because my bass is hanging by itself right now without my knee propping it up 3 inches higher than it normally would be when I play. I want to have it the same height when I'm practicing. And if you wonder why sometimes you're going to work on something at home and wow, I got that riff down, I had that song down, I can play it at home, how come I can't play it here? There's some variables like nerves or stage fright, but sometimes that energy actually helps you play it better. What happens often is you're not playing the same height or the same way that you're playing live. It's almost like switching your instrument. Another thing is to really get inside the tune, so when you learn the song, make sure you know how each part fits within the song, and then you can play it. Okay, so when you're practicing, make sure you know how to use that song live. If you're practicing a riff, know how it fits within the chord, so when that same chord comes up or in a different key, you know how to use that. So now everything that you're learning is able to be used for a gig. Now there's a couple other things I want to talk about, and one is the rule of 10. And this has been around for a long time. I've heard different numbers, the rule of 3, 5. I think 10 is a really good number, and what we're talking about here is if you can play something through correctly without mistakes 10 times, then you're able to execute it live. So here we go. 1. Screwed it up. Now we go back to 1. I got to start all the way from 1 again and play it through 10 times right. So 2, 3, see what I mean? Play it through 10 times. If you get that down, then you're comfortable with it. There's one thing I wanted to go, work through all the kinks and don't move on till you're done. Get to the next part of the tune. It's so much better to have this part down and that part down until you get to the next one. So make sure you practice the same way you're going to play it live. Make sure you have confidence in playing that, and the only way you get rid of stage fright is to be prepared. So you have this down, you're comfortable with the piece. If you can play it through 10 times on your own and play it with good technique, you're ready to go. I hope that helps. I'm Curtis Freeman. This is Metalworks Institute Bass Tips.